Hi everybody. Well, I like to cook as well as bake. Well, today we're going to do some cooking today. I decided I want to make a delicious barbecue beef over noodles. It's maple. It's delicious and yummy. I'm going to serve it with cream corn. The first thing I have to do is cut my Vidola onion. You have not lived till you have this fantastic dish, and it's going to go over buttered noodles. It's going to be a really wonderful, wonderful, delicious meal. I cannot wait to have it. Yeah, I was saying, it's freezing cold out. I don't think, folks, we got out of the 20s today. It's going to be, like, brutal tonight. All right, you're going to cut up an onion. Watch your fingers, okay, folks? You don't want to cut your fingers. Many times I've nicked my fingers already. I always like a sweet onion, because this is going to be a very sweet barbecue dish. My mother used to make this all the time. We used to call it barbecue noodles, but, you know, you can call it anything you want to call it. Okay, now what we're going to do now is I'm going to check the meat. There's still a little pink left in here, folks, but that's okay. That's nothing to worry about. I'm going to put some onion in here. Okay, cut up a few more onions, a little more. This is a very hearty meal to have in the wintertime, folks. It's delicious. Oh. And I'm going to show you how to make the delicious butter noodles that's going to go along with this. Make sure when you make buttered noodles, you make sure the water is boiling. You don't want to have water-soaked noodles. It doesn't taste very good. It's going to be served with cream corn. Okay. All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to mix the onions together. We want the onions to soften, folks, all right? We don't want to have hard onions in this. We're going to let the onions soften for just a few minutes. Right, Luna? Just for a few minutes. We want to get all that pink out. And I'm going to add in some delicious barbecue sauce. It's going to be maple style. It's going to be really good. All right, now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to brown this with barbecue sauce. Now, we have a lot of meat here, folks, so we're going to mix everything together. And then we're also going to add in the ketchup. This is maple barbecue sauce. It's delicious, folks. All over the meat. You got to really cover it. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to add in is ketchup. Now what I want to do is mix this together. Sometimes you want short on something, you can add something into substitute. This should be fine. Here we go. Mix. It has onions in it. It's delicious. Oh, this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful meal tonight. I really cannot wait to have it. You don't really have to add any seasoning in here, folks. Now what I want to do now is I want to simmer this for about 5-6 minutes, and it's going to be really good. Make sure, folks, cover the meat with barbecue sauce and ketchup. It's delicious. Oh. You don't need to put any other seasoning in here. This is going to be delicious because it's going to taste like maple. I'm going to put it back on the stove. Okay, go ahead. All right, now, folks, butter noodles is made a certain way, folks. You want to make sure you use salted butter. Do not use anything but salted butter, folks, all right, when you make your butter noodles. Okay, now we're going to mix this together. I'm going to add, the butter still, I'm not done yet with this. I'm adding in salt and a little bit of parsley. Now I'm going to pop this back on the stove. I just want the butter to melt a little bit more, and we'll have a fantastic dinner. This is how you make butter noodles, folks. For another minute, we got to get that butter melted. Now here we have delicious butter noodles. I'm going to add a little bit more parsley on here. Okay, excellent. Now, let's spoon this out here. You want to make sure when you make buttered noodles, make sure you put enough salt in it. It'll taste really kind of plain, you know. And always use salted butter. Here we go. Look how nice that looks, folks. Doesn't that look beautiful? Very heavy, folks. Put this over the noodles. Oh, folks, it smells like maple. I'm telling you, it smells delicious. Drown this out, folks. Okay. Wash the spoon. Always wash it before you handle other food. You don't want to mix anything together. Cream corn. Now look how beautiful that looks, folks. And here we have delicious maple style barbecue noodles with ground beef. It's delicious. It's a wonderful meal served over butter noodles. From Deborah, Tom Country Kitchen. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.